greatest rivalry will finally be settled. MX versus ATV. Two wheels versus four wheels. Blonde versus brunette. Wet versus dry.
Sponge versus hose.
Take on the greatest rivalries of the off-road and the all-new ORV sport with MX versus ATV Untamed. Hug versus kiss. Settle the rivalry.
Hello to Spazio Games. So, Rainbow Studios started by making motocross games with Motocross Madness way back in the day, and there's a few of us there that actually ride motorcycles and ATVs and race and whatnot. So for us, it's part of our life and what we do, and so the ideas come about how we want to portray the sport and how we want to make the game for the next version. So we all just kind of sit around and see what we like, what we don't like, and see what we want to change going forward. So our controls are, we try to keep them simple so people can pick it up and play, but also understand it. You have your typical gas, brake, clutch, and different things. When you're in the air, what's new for this game on the bikes and ATVs is you can actually whip the bike, so put it over sideways like they really do. There's a scrub feature now, which allows you to stay lower over the jumps in the air. So between that and all of the tricks you can do, it's quite good. And then on the PS3 you have the 6-axis support, so that basically takes part of the joystick, so you can turn and lean and whip and whatnot with that, so it's quite good. So we have our usual Supercross races, which are indoors, our national races, which are outdoors. Those are all for the bikes and ATVs. Then we have our freestyle events that are both indoors and outdoors for the bikes and ATVs that you can do tricks and stunts on. And we have an open cross event, which is just for all of our other vehicles like the buggies and monster trucks. New event, Enduro Cross, which is indoor enduro racing on logs and rocks. We have Mini Moto for the mini bikes. We have Waypoint Racing, plus all of the mini games. So there's quite a bit of different events to do. Sure. So we have a pretty big soundtrack, maybe 12, 15 songs, and we kind of wanted to mix it up with everything, so it's not just new stuff. We have old style like Bad Religion and MXPX, all the way up to some hip-hop stuff and some other things. So it's quite, it's quite broad as far as the different types of songs. Yes. So we have the 360 and PS3 version, which Rainbow Studios did. Then we have the PS2 and Wii, which is another studio did. And then we have the PSP and DS, which another studio did. And so it's also our first time on Nintendo for an off-road game, so it's pretty cool. So for us, gameplay is a big idea of how we want to present, and so we balance how the gameplay plays with how it looks. We are one of the only games that runs physics all the time, so it is that balance that costs us. But we think that we do a good job of representing the look and feel of the game with how it's supposed to play. It's very easy to overdo that and then have the game not very much fun. So it's just a big balance. So between our whole outdoor worlds and our new water and all that kind of stuff, and then the indoor, it's good. So we have our animators will reference videos and photos, and then we also have the pro riders will actually come into the studio and give feedback on to how things look. So between that and then the physics for when he wrecks and rides, it's going super good.
And
yeah, we have about 50 tricks or so, and they can be remapped onto the controller however you like. And we have the physics stunts, the backflips and 360s. And then with the new first person mode that you saw earlier, I didn't do any tricks, but it stays in first person, which is the first time we've done that. So it's really cool. We've had some actual freestyle guys play it and think that it feels just like when they really do it. So that's kind of exciting to get that sensation, since a normal person wouldn't go do a backflip on a bike. Like I said, a lot of us actually ride. I'm an MX guy. I've raced motorcycles for quite a bit, and we have an ex-professional racer that does our track designs with a couple of guys. We have guys that race ATVs, guys that have buggies. So we have pretty much everybody does something, except for monster trucks. We haven't found anybody that has a monster truck yet.